I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not scape a brawl. For now these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Thou art like one of these fellows that, when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table and says, God, send me no need of thee. And upon the operation of the second cup, draws him on the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Oh, come, thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
And what two?
Nay, and there were two such, we should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou. Why, thou wilt quarrel with a man that has a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason but that thou hast hazel eyes. Would I but such an eye would spy out such a quarrel. Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head hath been beaten as addle as an egg for quarreling. Thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the streets, because he has awakened thy dog that hath lain asleep in the sun, and yet thou wilt tutor me from quarreling.
By my head, here come the Capulets.
Woo, by my heel, I care not.
Gentlemen, good e'en. A word with one of you.
And but one word with one of us. Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Oh, can you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortst with Romeo.
Consort. Oh, what dost thou make us minstrels? And thou makes minstrels of us look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance. Soon's consort.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw unto some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look. Let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure,
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
But I'll be hanged, sir, if you wear your livery. Mary, go before to field. He'll be your follower. Your worship in that sense may call him man.
Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt! The reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none. Therefore farewell, I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest. I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Come, dishonorable, vile submission. Alice Toccata carries it away. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives. That I mean to make bold withal, and as you shall use me hereafter, dry beat the rest of the 8. Will you pluck your sword out of his pilcher by the ears? Make haste, lest mine be about your ears ere it be out.
I am for you!
Gentle Mercutio, put that rapier up!
Come, sir, your passado.
Draw! Benvolio, beat down their weapons! Gentlemen, for shame! Forbear this outrage! Tybalt! Mercutio! The prince expressly has forbid this banding in Verona streets! Hold, Tybalt! The Mercutio!
Wait! I am hurt! A plague on both your houses! I am spent. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What? Art thou hurt?
Aye, a scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. Where's my page? Go, villain! Fetch a surgeon.
Oh, courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door. But 'tis enough, 'twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, you shall find me a grave, man. I'm peppered, a warrant for this world. A plague on both your houses. Zones, a dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat to scratch a man to death. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Oh, help me into some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague on both your houses. They've made worms meat of me. I have it, and soundly too. Your houses!
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got this mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that but an hour hath been my cousin. Oh, sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Oh, Romeo, brave Mercutio's dead. That gallant spirit hath aspired the clouds, that too untimely here did scorn the earth.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woes others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again!
Alive in triumph, and Mercutio slain! Now, Tybalt! Take the villain back again! That late thou gavest me! For Mercutio's soul is but a little ways above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou, or I, or both must go with him.
Thou wretched boy, that didst consort him here, shalt with him hence!
Romeo, away! Be gone! The citizens are up and Tybalt slain! Stand not amazed! The prince will doom thee death if thou art taken! Hence! Be gone, away!
Oh, I am fortune's fool!
Why dost thou stay?
The vile beginners of this fray.
O noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the man, slain by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
My cousin! Oh, my brother's child! Oh, prince! Oh, cousin! Husband! Oh, the blood is spilled of my dear kinsman! Prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours shed blood of Montague! Oh, cousin!
Benvolio, who began this fray?
Tybalt here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, and urged withal your high displeasure. All this uttered with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed, could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast, who all is hot turns deadly point to point. Romeo, he cries aloud, hold, friends, friends, part, and twixt them rushes, underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge, and to it they go like lightning, for ere I could draw to part them was stout Tybalt slain, and as he fell did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him! He slew Mercutio! Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes, but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence.
Oh.
I have an interest in your hate's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie a-bleeding. But I will have mercy with so strong a fine that you shall all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleadings and excuses. No tears, no prayers shall purchase out abuses, therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he is found, that hour is his last. Bear hence the body and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagoner as Phaeton would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love-performing night, that runaways' eyes may wink, and Romeo leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers can see to do their amorous rites by their own beauties, or, if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, civil night, thou sober-suited matron, all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Hood my unmanned blood baiting in my cheeks with thy black mantle, till strange love grow bold, think true love acted simple modesty. Come, night, come, Romeo, come, thou day in night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night, come, loving, black-browed night. Give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night, and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh! I have bought the mansion of a love, but not possessed it, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival, to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Now, nurse, what news? What hast thou there? The cords that Romeo bid thee fetch.
Aye, the cords.
Aye, me. What news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, we're day. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We are undone, lady. We are undone. Alack, the day's gone. He's killed. He's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, Romeo! Whoever would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou but I. And that bare vowel eye shall poison more than the death-darting eye of cockatrice. I am not I, if there be such an I.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes. God save the mark. Here on his manly breast, a piteous course, a bloody piteous course.
Oh, break my heart. Poor bankrupt, break at once.
Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered, and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dearer lord?
Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh, God. Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alas, the day it did.
Oh, serpent heart, hid with a flowering face. Did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend, angelical. Was ever book containing such vile matter so fairly bound? Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There's no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. Oh, where's my man? Give me some aqua vitae. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo!
Blistered be thy tongue! For such a wish he was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is a shame to sit. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Oh, poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours' wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. My husband lives that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt's dead that would have slain my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore weep I then? Some word there was, worser than Tybalt's death, that murdered me. I would forget it, fain. But oh, it presses to my memory like damned guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. That banished. That one word, banished. I've slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was woe enough if it had ended there, or if sour woe delights in fellowship. I followed not when she said, Tybalt's dead, thy father or thy mother, nay, or both. Romeo is banished. To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. There is no end, no limit, measure, bound in that word's death. No words can that woe sound. Where's my father and my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Take up those cords. Poor ropes. You are beguiled, both you and I, for Romeo is exiled. He made you for a highway to my bed, but I, a maid, die maiden widowed. Come, cords. Come, nurse, I'll to my wedding bed. And death, not Romeo, take my maiden hand.
Hie to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hark ye. Your Romeo will be here at night. I'll to him. He is hid at Lawrence cell.
Oh, find him. Give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth! Come forth, thou fearful man! Affliction is enamored of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow craves acquaintance at my hand that I yet know not?
Too familiar is my dear son with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment? Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Now do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Oh, be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself, hence banished, is banished from the world. And world's exile is death. Then banished is death mistermed, calling death banished. Thou cutt'st my head off with a golden axe and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
Deadly sin, O rude unthankfulness. Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law and turned that hard word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
This torture and not mercy! Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. And every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing, live here in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not. More validity, more honorable state, more courtship lives in carrion flies than Romeo. They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand and steal a mortal blessing from her lips. But Romeo may not. He is banished. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. And sayest thou yet that exile is not death? Hadst thou no poison mixed, no sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death, or ne'er so mean, but banish it to kill me, banish it, friar. The damned use that word in hell, howling attends it. How hast thou the heart, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sin absolver, and my friend professed, to mangle me with that word, banish it?
The fond madman, hear me, but speak a word.
Oh, thou wilt speak again of banishment.
I'll give thee armor to keep off that word, adversity, sweet milk, philosophy to comfort thee.
Hang up philosophy, unless philosophy can make a Juliet, displant a town, reverse a prince's doom. It helps not, it prevails not. Talk no more.
Oh, then I see that madmen have no ears.
How should they when that wise men have no eyes?
Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me, and like me banished, then mightst thou speak. Then mightst thou tear thy hair and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise, one knocks. Good Romeo, hide thyself. Oh, hark how they knock. Who's there? Romeo, arise, thou wilt be taken. Stay a while. Stand up. Run to my study. Oh, by and by. God's will. What simpleness is this? I come. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome, then.
Oh, holy friar. Oh, tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There on the ground with his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he is even in my mistress' case, just in her case. Oh, woeful sympathy. Even so lies she, blubbering and weeping and blubbering. Stand up. Stand up. Stand, and you be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand.
Oh, nurse.
Ah, sir. Ah, sir. Death's the end of all.
Speakst thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Where is she, and how doth she, and what says she?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps, and now falls on her bed, and then starts up, and Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her. As that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Oh, tell me, friar, tell me, in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me that I may sack the hateful mansion!
Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt, wilt thou slay thyself? And slay thy lady too that lives in thee? By doing damned hate upon thyself? Oh, what roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive. Thereat thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. Thereat thou happy. The law which threatened death becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. Thereat thou happy. A pack of blessings light upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. But like a misbehaved and sullen child, thou pout'st upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look, thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 1,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before nurse, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Oh, Lord. I could have stayed here all the night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is. My lord, I'll tell my lady you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Oh, here, sir. A ring she bid me give you, sir. Hie you make haste, for it grows very late.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Go hence, good night, and here stands all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day, disguised from hence, sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall signify from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. Give me thy hand. It is late. Farewell.
Good night. But that a joy, past joy calls out on me. It were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we were born to die. It is very late. She'll not come down tonight, I promise you, but for your company, I would have been abed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she's mewed up to her heaven.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more, I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here of my son, Paris's love, and bid her, now mark you me, on Wednesday next, but soft. What day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday? Aha! Well, Wednesday's too soon. A Thursday, let it be. A Thursday, tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, get you gone. A Thursday be it then. Go you to Juliet ere you go to bed. Prepare her wife gainst this wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Light to my chamber, ho! For me, it is so very late that we may call it early by and by.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale, and not the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon night is not daylight. I know it, I. It is some meteor that the sun exhales, to be to thee this night a torchbearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet. Thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be ta'en, and let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I'll say, yon grey is not the morning's eye, nor that is not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty heavens so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is't, my soul? Let's talk, it is not day.
It is. Hie hence, begone, away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Oh, now be gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam!
Nurse.
The lady mother's come into your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Then window, let day in, and let life out.
Farewell. Farewell, one kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so? Love, lord, I, husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day and the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years, ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, thinkst thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee now thou art so low, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails or thou look'st pale.
And trust me, love, in my eye so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu! Adieu!
Oh, Fortune, Fortune, all men call thee fickle. Be fickle, Fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up? Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death. What? Wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
Well, girl, thou weepst not so much for his death as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain Romeo.
God pardon him. I do with all my heart. And yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands, would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished runagate doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company.
Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now, I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they? I beseech your ladyship.
Well, well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expect'st not, nor I looked not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Mary, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall haply make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed, ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear, it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hand.
When the sun sets, the earth doth drizzle dew. But for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains downright. How now? A conduit girl, what still in tears evermore showering. How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
I serve it, she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft! Take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How? Was she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How now, how now? Chopped logic? What is this? Proud, and I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet not proud. Mistress Minion, you, thank me no thankings, nor proud to be no prouds. But fettle your fine joints to Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness carrion! Out, you baggage, you tallow face!
Fie, what are you, mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang the young baggage, you disobedient wretch! I tell thee what. Get thee to church o' Thursday, or never after look me in the face. No, speak not, reply not, do not answer me, till my fingers itch, wife. We scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. But now I see this one is one too much, and we have a curse in having her out on her hilding.
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom, hold your tongue.
May not one speak?
Peace, you mumbling fool. Utter your gravio and a gossip's bowl, for here we did it not.
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad! Day, night, work, play, alone, in company, and still my care hath been to have her matched, and having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's thought could wish a man, and then of a wretched puling fool to answer, I'll not wed. I cannot love. I am too young. I pray you, pardon me, but and you will not graze where you will. You shall not house with me. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart, advise. And you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. For by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to't, bethink you. I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh, God. Oh, nurse, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to earth, unless that husband send it me from heaven? By leaving earth, comfort me, counsel me. Alack, that heaven should practice stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayst thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort!
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing that he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. Then, since the case so stands, as now it doth, I think it best you're married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish-clout to him. An eagle, madam, hath not so green, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris hath. Beshrew my very heart, I think you are happy in this second match, for it excels your first. Or if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good he were as living here, and you no use of him.
Speaks thou from thy heart?
And from my soul, too, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence cell, to make confession and to be absolved.
Oh, Mary, I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation. Oh, most wicked fiend. Go, counselor. Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.